Yeah, Israel, another video, short video, won't be too long. Giving all praises to the Most High, all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash, Ka'Allah, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. You know, the water Most High for giving us knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Um, and, double honors always to the apostle, elders, bishops, great millstone. Much salutation to the brothers teaching the word for the hopeful elect, soon to be the elect, Most High will. Try spirits return back to the Most High, extended, hopeful elect, shalom, blessings. Um, there's no words for this stuff, man. It says G dash the prophet Esau is not the white man, and he shows us. After this, you see it on screen, but then after this, he shows this a baby, a hairy baby, and that you could see the woman looks like an East Indian. I think she even got the dot in the middle of her head. Dumbasses is not talk. It says all over like in hairy garment, man, because the garments. You have people in the ancient world, and let me get it right quick, that dyed their garments white. I mean, slug it, yeah. Red. Well, let me see. Let me do this. Did Israelites dye their garments? We already know. Yes, the Israelites dye their garments in a variety of colors, including blue, purple, and crimson. Crimson is red, in case you devils didn't know. Let's look it up right quick. Deep red, slightly purple. His face was crimson with anger. And if you go to crimson and go to the images, red, crimson red, that's where you get crime from. That's why you had the first criminal family, crime family was the Borgias. They were Edomites. All right, so like and hairy garment. Let me get that. Not now they are hairy, cause it and with even Mount Seir, and when they was explaining about Esau, they was explaining pretty much the history. It said he came out red all over like an hairy garment. Um, it said he came. Let me. So it's telling a story like they had already he had already grown up pretty much. They're not sitting looking at the baby and talking about, yeah, and writing it at the same time. He basically grew up, and he didn't, because when you have leprosy, you could turn back to the other color, you know. Um, but he's red all over. The first came out Genesis 25:25. The first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Now, when the baby first comes out, he cries and he has no melanin and he's red because because he's new, he's fresh into the earth. His blood shows forth because his pigment ain't setting. The pigment hasn't set in. But when it's supposed to set in, even you could get a baby that's 5 years old and he's not dark as he's going to be. But when you stay red, and that's you ain't, you're not melanated, then you're red all over. You came out red. Like this is a, you know, so to speak. Uh, Damn, what would you call it? A story about Esau, because this, came as past tense. Story about Esau that he came out. This is how he looked. This is how he looked, and it said all over like he stayed that way. He didn't get no. He didn't have no melanin come in. He was just red. You know, uh, all over like in a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau, which means wasted away is he. Isha or Ishashwa, Isha, wasted away is he, and it tells you that in Malachi. So it ain't talking about no baby being fresh out the womb and coming out with hair on them and all that. Devils, dummies. You got some Israelites that got hair on their arms. They don't mean they Israelite. I mean, they don't mean they Edomites, man. You know? There is such a thing as evolution, but not like the so-called white man has it. And this guy, I don't know, he looked like an Arab dude or something like that. But and he got it right here, like a hairy garment. So we had garments dyed in red. So what does it mean all over? Let me get red neck. His neck is not only red, but he's red all over. Let's say he covered up himself. There are multiple, and he had a and they the ones called. Hey, they proudly proclaim that they rednecks. Let's say he was covered up, and somebody saw his neck, and they said, "Oh," and he tried to pretend that he was Jake, and he said, "Well, no, that's just a rash." And then, they realize his arms are red, they uncover his face and it's red. And then they'll say, "Well, he's red all over." That means he. It's not like when you get, like I mentioned this before, if you keep hitting your arm, and it'll let's say you, even with Jake, I mean, he could be dark as hell, and but if he keep hitting that spot to where he starts to bleed, it's gonna show that's the blood coming out of him. But some Jakes are lighter skin, of course, and they still Jakes, and you can you can hit one spot and it'll the blood will rush there, and it'll get red and irritated. There's a difference between irritated and actually being red, like blood showing through your translucent skin, man. Because babies are irritated when they come out the womb, they crying. So yeah, they red, but when the baby grows up, or when the baby goes home, he starts to get his melanin, but they didn't get their melanin. So the Most High said, "This is the red man of the earth, the red dragon." The Rothschilds, the redneck. They're not. They're not turning back. They're not. It's not like the child. It even says to let the children grow up of Esau and Jacob. Let them grow up. You know, and to the point to where if you still don't believe that they Esau and they devil, let them grow up to where they. And then what did do? What did Cain do? He slew his brother. I mean, he slew his brother Jacob. I mean, Abel. What did Esau do when they grew up? He said, "Is my father's point to die?" And he said, "I should pursue my brother Jacob to take him out." And then the Most High told these devils, "Since thou hast pursued blood and not hated blood, blood shall pursue thee." And they eat raw meat. They're red all over. They're red. You know, they eat raw meat. They love blood. They're rednecks. They're the first crime family going back to the Borgias. They're red all over, man. And this is just one, and they don't get into the mannerisms. It's more than that about Esau is his mannerisms. He's the man of the sword. Are they Elamites? They the children of the sword? Are they blessed with the sword? Do they got a gun magazine? Is there such thing as East Indian? I'm not trying to, you know, uh, vouch for these because they heathens, but do they got a gun magazine? Let's see what pops up because that a man of the sword is the gun is the sword. Let's see what pops up when gun magazine comes up. Who's on the gun magazine cover? See, they trying to change the narrative because I usually look it up. It used to be straight Esau. They trying to change the narrative. These devils. Esau right here. Guns. Esau right here. Guns. No East Indians, no Chinese. Guns, guns, guns. That's the man of the sword. And then they even got women, promoting the shit. Extensive. Gun what do they call it? They got a rapper called Machine Gun Kelly. And I know. Y'all could say Mac 10, I know. But Jake, neither does he have a gun magazine. Jake used that to protect himself, like the Black Panthers back in times when they tried to bear arms and they said, or when they was fighting Esau's war, they said, there, well, Esau said, well, you fighting our war, we put a gun in your hand. Right to bear arms will let you have a gun. They used to have those shootouts, the cowboy shootouts. We were the real cowboys, by the way. But they used to have the cowboy shootouts. I'll let you have your gun, I have mine. But he got a bigger gun because he's the man of the sword. Another characteristic of Esau, he's the man of the field. The field is the world, and that's what it says in the scriptures. Are Elamites, East Indians, Chinese people of the world, do they go around spreading their democracy? And has China ever came over here and say, yeah, we want to, or anywhere they go, colonize people and make them understand Chinese and push that on them? Shit, they still drooling over Jake when he go over there to China. They still like, oh, black man, I want to marry black man. I want to, be hip like black men. Some of these other nations are a little further in distance of relationship, but they still related to us. I mean, you know, not all nations, but some of these nations. The field is the world. Let me get that. He's a man of the world. Matthew 13 and 38. The field is the world. You see how the Most High set up gems in this thing, in this truth? The field is the world, just in case you didn't know. He's the man of the field, the man of the world. He colonizes everything. These other nations don't do that. They, even China, they going for the superpower like stupid asses because they're gonna fail. But they're not like Esau, man. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, and the tares are the children of the wicked one. Yeah, because you got tares among our people that look like our people but are not. Our Israel are not Israel, even in the spirit. Most High said he made one thing against another, but he also made one thing within, to represent the other. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't be judged for what we do in the flesh. Most High would have those two separate things. He would be like, well, yeah, you was on earth. You was in the flesh, so I can't judge you for that. I'm of spiritual power. I don't judge flesh, but he's going to judge flesh because he sent his son in the flesh and he sent his prophets in the flesh. And there was bloodshed. There was righteous bloodshed. There was blood of Abel. There was the blood of the Israelites. There was blood of, like it says, the blood of Abel, the righteous Abel to Zacharias. But, what did it say about Cain? He was a murderer from the beginning. He both not in the truth. He slew his brother Jacob. I keep saying Jacob. Abel, and he said, "Am I my brother's keeper?" And that's what they did. And they did it over here in the same, in this, on this soil. When Jake was putting up the signs saying, "Am I not your brother?" Yeah, slave signs saying, "Am I not your brother?" And what did he say? Fuck you. You're not. Am I my brother's keeper? That's what is in his mind. Yeah, right here. It says, for you demons, am I not a man and a brother? You see it. And what did Esau do? Oh, overhand. What did Esau do? Big brother is watching you. And who shows up? Esau. That's the big brother. He's the elder brother, but he didn't get the birthright, and that's why he's mad now. That's why he's the fuck mad now. Big brother is watching. You see it. Here's another. And then I got one with Uncle Sam on there, so to speak. And how is he watching it now? Satellites, surveillance cameras, saying, And then he talks to the Most High in his mind too. He's like, Lord, because he know who the Most High is. He say, look at your they the ones that killing each other. They the ones that I know I put dope in the community. They'll try to justify themselves. But what did Jake do? He'll take it. He'll take that bait. Look at this. It says, Big brother is watching you. War is peace, slavery is freedom. I don't know what it says right here. Some is strength. Slavery is freedom for them. So who the fuck you fooling? You devils. You devils that and you sell out that's you're gonna get destroyed. Because this is the Most High. They don't even worship the Most High. They worship a false god. These people saying this. Big brother is watching you. Look, Uncle Sam. For the war, for you being in his, watching you go into his war. Um, uh, the government, the elder shall serve the young, man. He was born first. Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Mannerisms, how you eat, how you talk, what you do in the daytime, what you do in the nighttime, what you like, your hobbies, your spare time, how you carry yourself, your character, your conduct. Those are mannerisms. Let me get a few. I don't want to make this long. Let me get a few manners definition. A way in which a thing is done or happens. Yeah. A way, a fashion, a mold means method. What kind of system do you, they let their dogs eat at the table? We don't. They sleep with their dogs. We don't. They put their dogs on a human level. We don't. They like their meat raw. Jake Storm. They go off across the world and mountain climb. We don't. They in the seas, in the deepest seas, trying to discover shit. We don't do that shit. Demeanor, attitude, appearance. Appearance, look, bearing. How does he look? How does he think? What is he? His appearance, his anger. What he's trying to get at. That's what mannerism. That's what you got to look for. It ain't no parabolic thing. It said, two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people. They're stronger than him mentally, physically, and spiritually. But Most High gave him an upper hand because of disobedience that Israel had against the Most High. And the elder shall serve the younger. Elder is Esau, younger is Jacob. He called himself the big brother. What are y'all talking about, man? The fuck you talking about, man? Excuse my lingo. Big brother is watching you. Yeah, anyway. Hope it is edifying. Shalom.